Alright, hopefully I did this right. I don't know anymore. My brain is really um okay. It says I have one viewer, so hopefully you can make comments. If not, oh wait a minute, I might not be looking at the wrong. Hold on. Oh my giddy aunt. You know things are going weird when you just can't figure. Right. This time I got it, so everybody can make comments. I am so sorry, folks. Hopefully you guys come back. Uh, now that I got it fixed. All right, I got one view according to my tablet. Um, yeah, I had my settings wrong previously, so I am sorry. Yes, chat is working now. I can see you. Like I said, I had one setting in the wrong spot or the wrong whatever. I gotta remember instead of saying yes, it's made for kids because I don't really swear. Well, I don't really talk about anything kid inappropriate nowadays. Of course, nowadays with oh come on, did I freeze? Did I gum it? No, it's just my internet being slow. Um, I keep on forgetting that I should make it no, not made for kids because I guess I have some adult content. I don't know. All I know is YouTube is well, every time they change their algorithm, something gets changed, and I'm like, crap, I gotta figure this out again. Um, so besides that, if there's anything that comes across my channel that some people might consider kid inappropriate, well, then you should not be letting your kids watch TV or movies nowadays because most of what I see on TV, what little I see on TV, because I don't watch it anymore because it's gotten to the point where it's like, eh. But most things that I've seen on TV since I got back from Germany, um, I mean, like when I left to go to Germany, when my family went to Germany, um, even the word shit, damn, fuck, things like that were not allowed on TV. Nowadays, it's like any cuss word, partial nudity, and that's just regular TV. Now you let them go watch cable, that's a totally different ball of wax, and I'm like, no. Um, so I'm just kind of like, I think okay, everything I do is appropriate for kids because they've heard worse on TV. But I guess YouTube is not as keen as I am, so I don't know. I don't know because I mean, when before we left for Germany, it was no shower shots, no underwear shots, no suggestive materials. So there was a lot of just if you look back in time, kids nowadays go, "Oh, this TV is blah. It's boring. There's no real good action. There's no lame. It's like whatever." Of course, when we got to Germany, it was like, granted, language barrier one thing, but cultural shock galore. I mean, TV. Oh my God. They're not even trying to block her taking a shower with mist or anything like that. And so yeah, TV. Other than language barrier, TV at nighttime was like it was made for adults, and most of the time, by the time the adults were watching these kind of shows, kids were in bed, or if they're during the daytime, it was like soap operas, and kids were at school. Um, the interesting thing about TV in Germany was you get your whole like let's say your TV show is um, an hour long. Um, Hi, kicking. So they show your hour long program, or however long the program is, and then after that they would show like 30 to 45 minutes of commercials. And the commercials could be anything about your sales at your local grocery store. Um, Unfortunately, there was commercials about condoms and girls' underwear, and then they'd have the kitty cot. They would have kitty cartoons. They had two characters they called Frick and Frack, and they were basically always getting in trouble and causing a ruckus, and that was there to entertain the kids. So a lot of culture shock would be TV for a lot of people unless they're like, I'm just a traveling person. I'm not even going to be watching TV. I'm going to be either too busy seeing the sights or having going out on the town. Besides, as an adult, I can think of a lot of things I would be doing other than staying in my apartment watching TV. Yes, finally made it live tonight after going through a lot of problems. Um, oh, sorry, my arm itches. Oh man, I'll worry about that first thing in the morning. Um, to be honest with you, I don't remember what I was saying in the first. Oh, yeah, I do. My last live afterwards because of all the comments being made, and some good, some not a lot, were being made about Jerry and the issues that you guys viewers see going on, and um, she kind of gave me a what for, and I was like, if I agree with them, I agree with them because I understand what they're saying. But the other thing was, not standing up for her, and I'm like, I'm sorry, my chats basically are a lot of I let a lot of things go because I believe in freedom of speech, but I also believe that people should not only try to coexist but try to either understand my perspective of things in my life and whatnot, or just I can understand a lot of people don't agree with my opinions and whatnot. And I'm sorry, but they're my opinions, and we're all allowed to have our own opinions. But don't try to force your opinion or my opinion. I don't try to force it on people, and I don't like it when people try to force their opinions on me. But there are just times where it's like I'm not gonna disagree or fight when there's truth being told. If there's things that aren't truthful, then I kind of go, that let's just let me tell you my truth, and then if we don't agree, we'll just agree to disagree and leave it alone. Because I don't want to, clash heads or cause issues. Ouch! I gotta get that thing out. It's almost that time of year to set up my oscillating fan so I don't fry in here. Of course, if I can get those two chandeliers behind me working properly, I wouldn't need the hi hats. The hi hats, these in built into the. You know what I'm talking about. But um, so it's Tuesday. So my last live was Sunday. Well, yeah, okay. So yesterday we had. Oh my goodness. We basically had a day out because Jerry had multiple doctor's appointments, and granted, her first appointment wasn't until like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, no, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we didn't get home until like 5. So yesterday was kind of like one of those. Well, I can either throw something together or first, defending for yourself. So I don't know. I don't remember what we had for food yesterday. Today was more of it was a little. We had some thunderstorm, a little thunderstorm roll through here, and I had to go pick up a bunch of medication for Jerry Ann. A total of 10 prescriptions, three of them being new. Um, but you know, I had to do what I had to do. Um, but otherwise, today was a fairly good day. I mean, my back was hurting a little bit, and I figured it had to do with the weather. But I got a big, a big chunk of my cleaning list, or at least one room worth of cleaning. But since I've been bouncing around all over the house for cleaning and whatever, so it's like I got a bunch of stuff in the bedroom done, but I still got a couple things to do. I, I need to go in the bathroom and do that. I do a couple things in there. I've got a couple things in the kitchen. Actually, one thing in the kitchen left, which I could probably do right now if I wanted to. Is just clean up the dog dishes and the mat that she has her dog food or her dog dishes on. Um, the mud room, as we call it, which is basically where our carport door is with the washer and dryer. I gotta find and set up the air freshener. I gotta wash the rug in there, and then I've gotta clean out the lint lint nozzle or hose from the outside. And then I gotta organize my pantry once again, and then the hallway, which is the front door, which looks out that direction. I just gotta clean up some stuff in that hallway, and then the front room, which is the room that was my office, I gotta finish up doing the faux bedroom. And then in the living room, we gotta take down a bunch of pictures and clean that area up, and clean up the fireplace area, the printer table, the printer area. And then I'll be done with this major list. In between doing this major list, I've also got all my stuff to do for like my day. Once I can get outside again, and once Mona and her father get here with the trailer, I can probably take a lot of this camping stuff and either put it in a trailer or decide what we really need and sell or give the rest of it. Um, Sorry about any imagery that's blurry or anything like that. My net is kind of like goofy. Let's see. Besides Jerry getting her port flushed and blood work, what doctor does she see? Well, she's got her primary. She's got her oncologist. She's got the wound doctor. Um, she's got her eye doctor. Um, and then she's got her medical people in St. Louis that did the surgery on her knee. So, she's got several doctors. Um, Hold on, you got. Let's see here. I'm just trying to. Yeah, it's getting better the cleanup. It feel good to get all that stuff. Yeah, I'll tell you what. It felt great to go through my stuff and either start packing it or looking at it, going, "Will I ever use it?" Because they were somehow tossed in here, and I'm trying not to throw away her stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, if we decide to move to a trailer, um, or mobile home, whatever you want to call it, we're probably going to have to downsize again. because we got so much stuff. Um, if we, because Jerry mentioned about if we had a fifth wheel and a pickup truck to haul it, um, we can call that our home and not have to worry about home base except for to go someplace, whether here in Missouri or in Colorado, wherever we find out, finally move or decide um, to pick up our mail from the post office. Which personally I would love to do because most fifth wheels, or not most, some fifth wheels or Class A's have washer and dryers, the whole shebang that you need to live in 24/7. But I'm not sure if I'm not sure about that one because we're still trying to. Let's see here. Let's see. Hello from Waynesville, Missouri. Good evening, Waynesville. How's your weather out there? Or how was your weather? I know we had a couple. We had some light rain and some thunder and lightning, but nothing like in Rolla. It was like around Rolla, like most tornadoes. Hey, there's Rolla. Nope, they're too crazy. We're not going to go into Rolla. We'll just go around it. Moving is hard. Yes, moving is hard. Um, right now because of a lot of different things, a lot of questions that are up in the air and whatnot. We're not exactly moving, we're just trying to clean up and make our living spaces a little bit more livable, or at least I am. Jerry said she wants to do the same thing because, well, I'll tell you about that in a second, because of all the craziness. Let's see here. Hi, I finally caught a live. It's been a very long time. Yeah, I was about to say, you look like a newbie, but there's been a lot of people coming and going, and I can't keep track of everybody. Um, I usually can tell who's who and what's what, you know, by the end, toward the end of my lives. Let's see here. I mean, did she have to see a doctor yesterday? Yes, she had to see her oncologist, which is basically part of the cancer team, and she had to get a port flush and blood drawn. Um, Tomorrow she goes to the wound care doctor in the afternoon. So yeah, she has a lot of different appointments here and there. Let's see here. Hey Mona, yeah, I was having trouble getting on earlier. Technical problems and memory problems. Which button am I supposed to say? So, but anyhow, I finally got it done. Um, I live in the same house I was born in until I left my after college. The partner I'm with now, we have lived in the same house for 12 years. We rent and probably will never leave this house. Um, I will say this, Jenny. I can understand. Jerry lived all her life in the same house until Hurricane Sandy. I'm a child of the military, so every 3 years we move someplace new. Um, I'm 50. I'm 50, going on 53, 54. Been to Germany, born in the Philippines. Been to I don't know how many states. Um, so my biggest issue is what is settling down because I live in a place for so long and I'm like I gotta move, I gotta move, I gotta change scenery. I got it's just weird. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm envious of Jared for being able to be in the same place all throughout her childhood and whatnot, because she's got friends and she's still got two of them from her younger days. I don't have any actual friends except for people from YouTube, and I don't mind that because I have social anxieties and other little quirks of mine that make it hard for me to deal with people face to face or in public. I mean, I could do, you know, all kinds of ouch things. Let's see here. Thank you, Peach. Yeah, we're still trying to deal with things. Hello, Michelle. I didn't see you. Let's see here. It took us a year of planning, packing, sorting, cleaning to sell our house. It is a lot of work, and that's why we're not rushing it no more. We're not trying to aim for a certain state or a certain time. Right now, we're aiming for getting our house cleaned up, getting ourselves out of debt, and then moving. If we don't move, I'm not upset because after talking to her primary, Jerry's primary, she was kind of like, "You sure you want to move?" Because moving entails trying to get new doctors and new teams and all that information switching, and they don't have Mercy out west, so trying to change out from Mercy to a new center is just kind of like, I don't know. So it's not like we're not planning on moving. We're just kind of waiting for other things to happen before we do the final push. Let's see here. Yeah, that's all right. There's a lot of people who don't chat, and once in a while they do, and then hey, that's no problem. Yeah, that's another thing I noticed, especially in Colorado. Houses out there sell pretty quickly, unless there's a problem with the house itself, or maybe even the buyer decides to back out because they found something better with a lower price range or whatever. So yeah, making decisions on houses is kind of like a moot point until we know we're moving, until we got a contract or a signature or check or whatever from the sale of the house, and then usually once the house sells, most people give you 30 days to move out. So good evening, Rebecca. I'm sorry I'm jumping around. Newbie, I remember being a newbie to your channel, Jim. Geez, that was actually a frightening time, but I got so addicted. Thanks, Kicking. I'm sorry it was frightening at the time. Probably because you joined about the same time I was trying to deal with a lot of BS. So yeah, let's see here. Hannah, no, I tried to. What? Wait a minute. Oh, I skipped something. I am so sorry. The thumb up is not working for me. Is it just for me, or is anything else seeing the same? Well, I guess Kicking's not having a problem. Um, it also not. It also did not work for me. It says something went wrong. I even refreshed my app. Yeah, it might be something to do with the internet. Because I allow thumbs up, thumbs down if people want to, faces, emojis of all kinds. So I don't know what's going on. That's sad though, Jim. Everyone needs friends in real life to go out and do things with. That's why I really would love to do, meet and greets when we get our RV, or not RV trailer, and we can start saving up money so we can do road trips. My Like I said, my biggest thing is social anxieties of one form or another, and that really keeps me from getting becoming friends, because it's hard to find people in this area, especially that are like minded or interested in the same thing, or that kind of stuff. Um, I actually want to get a hold of. I found a how do I describe this? They're a comic book. Well, not really a comic book shop, but they're a game shop, and they have various types of tournaments. And I was thinking about seeing if they have like any kind of advanced Dungeons and Dragons or tournaments or game sessions or whatever that I can possibly get into, or put my name down and do a session of my own because it's been a long time since I've been a dungeon master. So yeah, I've been trying to do that. You need some friends so you can go camping, fishing, a guy's weekend. A lot of things that guys are interested in, like fishing. I'm not a fisherman. I'm not a hunter. I like going camping. I like exploring nature. Maybe if I can find a few bits and bobs that I can use here at the house, for actually I should have gone back and tried to get that guy's number. There's a young man that I met briefly at Menards when I went to do a pickup, and he had a fresh. I think I told you guys about this. He had a fresh Odin's compass tattoo. He went when he went to Iceland. He showed me some pictures of mushrooms that he went foraging for, and I didn't ask him where he foraged those mushrooms, if he did them here in Missouri or whatnot. And I was just thinking maybe if he's got the same interest in Norse mythology or herbalism or anything like that, he would probably be somebody I could talk to. But there's just a lot of like I said, there's a lot of issues with my social anxieties. Yesterday was the tax deadline. Did you get your taxes sent in on time? We did ours via the computer, so we had ours done already. A couple about a week or so ago. Let's see here. My parents owned the same house for 50 years. That's good. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody who's lived in the same house most of their lives, because everybody's youth, everybody's history, growing up, whether it's been in the same place or the military or whatever. So it's like I do get envious of people who lived in the same area for most of their life because they got childhood friends and whatnot. And it's a thing that I do envy because I always wished I could have kept in contact with a lot of the kids, especially the ones I met in Germany. In fact, there was a family that actually moved to Arizona, where my dad retired from Phoenix Air Base, and they were there for my father's funeral. And I mean, I was really, really, really shy back then because the family's oldest daughter, who's about my age, maybe a year or so older, I don't remember. Let's just say, even in Germany, she was my first puppy love, I guess you'd call it. But like I said, I was too shy to really, approach her or anything like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You would know, Mona. You were raised in the Air Force as well. I still can't wait till you guys get up here. So your dad, my mom, and myself can talk about Germany and the military or whatever. It sucks you and your wife can't enjoy life together outside of the house. We are working on that. Jerry is spending more time either out of bed or in the living room. We have plans that once we can get the kitchen cleaned up a little bit better and maybe rearranged. I have these high stool chairs for an outside patio set. I want to bring one of those inside so we can so Jerry can use it to cook at the or clean up the dishes, either cook at the sink or she's been cooking at the kitchen table. So she's trying. We get out as well. Most of the time, most of what we get out for is her medical appointments. But she mentioned something to me yesterday that made me think is even if we get out just to drive around or drive to the park and sit there and chit chat and whatnot, and maybe get the dog out of the car and let her run around. Of course, not run around free, but run around by via leash. So yeah, we're trying different things. So it's just unfortunately it's slow go. But yeah, right now it does suck. Let's see here. The world is really beautiful. Beautiful place. Oh, I know. I mean, when I get out there and I can get out in the woods and get out away from civilization. I'm not a big. It's not that I'm not a big people person, but it's just sometimes people are I don't want to say overwhelming, but sometimes people I just watch what people do and I just shake my head like, why? Why do you do that? Why do you not try to take care of the world around you? I grew up in Akron, Ohio, and I now live in a very, very small town called Trenton in Georgia. We are maybe 20 minutes from Chattanooga. Okay, okay. I know Akron, Ohio because I have family that moved from St. Louis while we were in Germany to Ohio, in a small town in Ohio, Creston, Ohio, which is a small town where my cousins basically went to junior high, high school. My one cousin went to I forgot what college it was, but my aunt and uncle now live in Akron, or pretty close to the outside of Akron. Congrats, Hannah. My family has been the same. They call my property. They call my property the witch's compound where I'm from. Kicking every time you talk about your property and whatnot, and what your family is and what you and your family are doing, which I'm trying to do myself. I keep on going. If it wasn't so cold or so expensive up, I think you said upstate New York. I think I don't remember now, but yeah. Hey Taylor, let's see here. Says something about resources. Um, okay. Glad you could join us, Taylor. Okay. Would Jerry let you go do outings and fun things like tournaments and stuff? That would be good for you. I'm pretty sure she would let me do it if she knew exactly where I was going and whatnot. Because she's leery of me just going out because of past issues, which I don't deal with anymore. Um, I just got too old for it. Um, but I'm pretty sure she'd let me go do gaming tournaments and whatnot. She might even want to go with to be, in it as well because she's kind of into Dungeons and Dragons or Advanced D&D. It's just the thing is trying to do campaigns with one actual player is kind of difficult, and that's why I want to see if I can get into the games or set up my own game. So it you know it's been a couple years since I've done it, but or yeah, it's been a couple years since I've been a DM, but I played off and on during the summers when we go to visit Texas because Lisa's oldest son plays advanced D&D with friends, and when I'm there, they let me join in. So it's been fun. Let's see here. I was just beginning to Sabrina the Teenage Witch, such a good thing. Are you okay? Um, yes, go exploring. You have some. Yes, we have some scenic areas here. Um, Gasconade River, the Big Piney. Those are just riverways. But there's like the Fantastic Caverns and a few different guided tours through a couple of different caverns. So I love that show. Hulu has every episode. That's good. I was having trouble with the app too. Major glitch. I guess YouTube is getting ready for a new update or something because that's when they have the most glitches. You're okay, Rachel. I mean, we're all just trying to be nice to you and greet you, and maybe a couple people who know me pretty good are trying to warn you because I'm nuts. I'm crazy in the head. Um, so forgive me. Um, oh no, that's the thing is I've never been into like hunting or fishing or anything like that. Um, because I spent 2 different summers in Yellowstone National Park as an employee. Um, One of the things I learned out there is take all the pictures you want. Don't leave your trash. Basically take care of nature. You know, granted, it was a national park, so it's kind of like one of those things. If you didn't follow the rules, you can get your butt kicked out real quick, either as an employee or as the visitor. You got to follow those rules. Um, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Um, Nature is healing. Oh yes, yes. I mean, that's one of the reasons why when last July when we went up to Colorado to check out the landscape and whatnot, I mean, we weren't more than just a footstep in the Colorado side of the state border, and I started feeling a whole lot better. I wasn't even out of the car. I was actually asleep when it happened, and like I said, the second we were over the state line, I woke up feeling like sorry there. I got frozen. My internet's being goofy, but yeah, I want to get out there more. I mean, I realize take a drive somewhere to a state park or something like that. Park the car, go for a walk. Right here in town, we have a lot of walkways that go through various areas of wooded areas here in Raw. I just haven't had the gumption or whatnot to go to that one particular spot. Excuse me. Um, so yeah, um, that's what I want to do because I want her to get used to wilderness. Um, and yeah, I'm pretty sure Oreo would love it. She'd probably go nuts with all the smells and whatnot. Um, we actually yesterday when I took Jerry to her appointment, the Mercy Medical Center here in town. I pulled. Jerry told me that she was getting ready to go down to get her blood drawn and whatnot, and so I had moved the car and parked it in a handicap spot near the door. Of course, I have a handicap placard, and I just walked Oreo back and forth in front of the door so she can get used to the smell and the people and all that, so she can become more of a emotional emotional support in training type deal. And most people ignored the dog. I mean, I had one or two people say nice pup or cute pup. And then Jerry told me, why don't you bring the dog in? Because people were bringing in their pets. Of course, she had a vest on that said, emotional support in her name. And I brought her to, it's like right inside the door, right around the corner. There's the spot that has to go to for her blood infusion. And when the nurse and Jerry came out, the dog was so happy to see Jerry because she had her tail tucked in for quite a while because she was getting a little nervous. But she was a good dog. I mean, she was learning. Whoop. Sorry if I skip over some questions because it is almost 9:30. Let's see here. Let me just kind of. Um, I understand that, Taylor. I every time I wake up first thing in the morning, I literally open up all the curtains. And if it's a nice day, it's not too hot or not too windy, I open up the windows. Two reasons why. One, just to get that fresh air in there. I mean, sometimes that fresh air is just, you know. Then, of course, it's also helping get rid of some of mom's smoke. But, you know, let's see here. Honestly, when is the last time you been in the woods? It probably a long overdue, right? Yeah, it is. Take a day trip for yourself and go on a nature walk in a trail nearby. There are a couple. I do live right on the edge of the Mark Twain National Forest, and there's a lot of trails through there. So, yeah. Oh yeah, you live on Rhode Island. Wouldn't be too bad to be up there. I hear it's pretty nice. You don't get wicked hot winters or summers. The winters, on the other hand, might be a different thing. Let's Meetup app has all kinds of groups. I might have to look into that. Rose, Rachel Rose. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Did Jerry's oncologist do any specific at her appointment yesterday? Um, I don't know. I had to deal with the puppy, so I wasn't at her appointment with the oncologist. Um, I should question Jerry about that. Maybe look at her after reports. Which, oh wow, I just thought of this. Hold on a second, folks. That's new meds. This. No, that's a really old one. She gets these paperwork from the doctors after her report, um, as an after summary report, and I think the latest one is either I'm trying to remember. Sorry, I had my back to you there. Um, Looks like I was frozen. Oh. Yep. Okay. All right. I'm sorry if I'm frozen, or I was frozen there for a moment. Sorry, I'm gonna jump because I can't keep up with all your stuff. Hey, Marguerite. Peaches. There's a lot of different people saying a lot of different things. Um, um, Crackers on my bed. The emotional support vest that the dog has. I think she got it through Amazon. Uh, what do you mean, Peaches, about saying which? Um, because yes, Chicken Wiccan and myself are witches. I'm what I call what's known as a baby witch because I'm just starting out. Um, as for Kickin, I think she's been a witch pretty much all her life, but I don't know because um, I can't talk for other people. And it looks like I got froze again. Lifelong. Okay. I thought so, Kicking. I just wasn't sure and I didn't want to say the wrong thing. Um, oh, okay. Da, 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 da. May. Follow up with her oncologist May 13th. Let's see what it says. What is it? Okay. Just basically saying that Jerry is showing hives after taking oxycodone. So it's just basically saying stuff that I already knew. That's why I said don't take oxycodone unless you absolutely have to. In fact, I think she's missing her bottle of oxycodone went missing, and I think that was either. Let's see here. I got it from mom after after we basically fired Cece. I put the bottle someplace and I don't remember where, which I think is a good thing. But yeah, no, I just read that and I'm like, no, no, no. She's got enough problems. She doesn't need some sort of. Yes, that was the oncologist summary report, which wasn't a big summary. It was just like she's got hives because of a allergic or a problem with the oxycodone, and she's taking a certain kind. She's using a certain kind of cough drop for her cough, and I think her problem and my problem with sinuses and coughing and sneezing is it has been classified as a um, worse than normal allergy season due to the mild winter we had. And they're also talking about watching for forest fires and whatnot. And that's why a couple weeks ago, actually, it was a couple weeks ago, Phelps County Forestry Department did a controlled burn because of all the extra dry under leaves and twigs and whatnot because of having a mild winter. And shortly after that, that's when my sinuses and my allergies kicked in because they were burning like leaves and whatnot, and the leaf mold bugs me and Jerry, that kind of thing. Let's see here. Yes, our girl Margarita is pregnant with her second child. I think it's your second child, Marguerite. I can't keep track of everything that goes on. Not like anybody's asking me to, because my brain sometimes kind of goes, huh? What was I supposed to do today? That's why I have a notebook full of stuff to do, notebook full of what I do daily, a notebook for tracking my finances. Yeah, I thought so. A book of shadows. Hey, you want to see my? You might like this, Wiccan, but some people might go, "What?" This is my grimoire, and if you're a Harry Potter fan, you know you'll be like, "Oh, okay, you're using that for okay." All right, my phone keeps on disconnecting from the net, so I'm gonna say good night. Sorry, this is happening, but I've also been on for an hour, so I'm gonna say good night, farewell. Sorry this is happening, but enjoy.